And now back to President Donald Trump's first 100 days in office. Tomorrow, Mr. Trump will mark his 100th day as commander-in-chief of the rally in Pennsylvania.
From the failed repeal of Obamacare to the bombing of Syria, it's been an eventful 3 months in office for the president. And CBS News political director Steve Chaggaris joins us live now from Washington, D.C. with a look back on these last 3 months. And Steve, I just took a look at CBSNews.com, and this morning the headline says, Trump's first 100 days, high in executive orders, low in approval ratings. How do you think that sums up these last few months?
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty accurate, isn't it? I mean, he hasn't signed one major piece of legislation that came out of Congress. Most of his, quote, accomplishments have come through executive orders. And his approval rating has been mired in the low 40% range, which is a historic low for a president at this point. So I think there's some, clearly he's got some work to do. I think he understands that he's got some work to do. And anybody would say 100 days is a pretty early marker to judge a presidency. But he's got some work to do over the coming months and the rest of his term.
Yeah, lots of talk during the campaign about repealing Obamacare. Now, the administration failed to get a victory on health care. Is this a sign that he doesn't even have his own party's support moving forward?
Well, what it's a sign of is that it's much more complicated to do these kinds of things than it is to go out there on the campaign trail and say, I'm going to repeal and replace Obamacare on day one. This is not just somebody walking into office and signing pieces of paper to make these things happen. He has to work with Congress. And as we're seeing with the Obamacare debate, this is a complicated issue. You have Republicans on various points of the spectrum who don't agree on what the solution is here. And so you have conservatives who think one thing, you have Republican moderates who think another, and they can't really get enough support to get behind one bill. We've already had one false start in getting a vote to the floor, and now we're trying. The House Republicans are trying to get another version of this to the floor, and again, they're having trouble getting the votes behind this. So a lot more complicated than I think the president thought it was going to be when he was campaigning last year.
And Steve, really this administration still in its infancy, but just in those first few weeks and months, a big stance taken against Syria with those airstrikes we saw recently. Can the Donald Trump administration really take credit for this? As we know, these airstrikes take time to plan, but what does it say about Mr. Trump as a commander-in-chief?
Well, first of all, I think that's, if you're going to point to successes for President Trump, that's one of them in the sense that there was almost unanimous support for what he did. Now, the lingering debate since then is, okay, if you're going to do this moving forward, you better consult with Congress and give us an idea of what you want to do with Syria moving forward. But the initial attack there was something that was supported by Republicans and Democrats, and I think there was it was a decision-making point. It was a judgment point that people were saying, does he have the judgment? Does he have the decision-making to do this job? That was one example, I think, of where both Republicans and Democrats said, you know what, that was a good decision.
Yeah, and it can't go without being said that there was another victory with the appointment to the Supreme Court. So that was a victory for the administration and for conservatives as well.
People will be watching for the next 100 days and beyond. Steve Chaggaris live for us in Washington, D.C. Thank you.